Hi, this is Miss Lee, and I will be reading When Step Met Skip by Vicky Weber. Before I start reading the book, in order for you to understand it better, I've got to explain some music things. So, in music, when you have the staff, which is the lines and spaces on the treble clef, when you go up a step is called an interval. An interval is a music word that means just going up and down, however many steps and however many spaces and lines. So a step is just when you go up from a space and you go right to the next line. And then another step is going from that line up to the next space. And from that space up to the next line. Skipping is when you skip from a space to another space. Or you could go from a space to a line, and it can skip all up and down the staff. So in music, on a piano, a step might sound like okay, and then a skip would sound like that's what a skip would sound like, multiple skips. So, step and skip. Step is going up just a little bit at a time up the staff, and skip is skipping up farther. So, that's all that is. Okay, let's read the book. So this is When Step Met Skip. Step loved to step up and down the staff. Sometimes he would go all the way up and then all the way down. So he's stepping from one line to one space, all the way up and then all the way down. Sometimes he stepped all the way down, then stepped back up to the top. And other times he stepped in zigzag patterns. So he never skips, he just steps little bits at a time. One day, he saw someone jumping from space to space. "Hello there, Skip's the name," she said with a bow before skipping up another space. She gestured to Step to join her. "I much prefer to step up and down with my songs. That's the way I play," said Step uneasily. He watched Skip skip up, down, and all around, and almost grew dizzy. How could she do that? "Why don't you try something new?" asked Skip with a smile. Step frowned in return. He took a single step up. "It's much safer to step," he said. "I like to keep my feet planted, and I always know exactly where I'm going." "Give skipping a try," said Skip. She took a big leap, up, 2 spaces above Step, and grinned down at him. "Hello down there," she yelled, waving. She held out a hand. Step skipped up to the next space. "Hey, that wasn't so bad," he thought happily. "Nice skip," said Skip. Suddenly, she wiggled and wobbled. "Uh-oh," she cried. She was going to fall. Down Skip tumbled, right into Step's arms. "Sorry about that," Skip giggled. "Here," said Step reassuringly, "step with me. You'll see how fun it can be." Step and Skip stepped up and down and up, all the way across the staff. When they were done, Step smiled widely, but Skip still looked unsure. "Thank you, but I think I'll stick to skipping. It's just what I prefer," she said. "But then you might fall," Step cried. "You would have gotten hurt last time if I wasn't there." Skip's eyes lit up. Come on, I have an idea. Skip skipped above him. She waved her hands, inviting him to move too. Step took one suspicious step. As he took another step, Skip skipped at the same time. They both gasped. Their notes sounded at the same time, making beautiful harmony. "That's beautiful," Step said, looking up at her. "Let's try it again together." As Skip skipped and Step stepped, they moved up, down, and all around the staff. Each note they played created a melody that rose and fell, skipped and stepped. When Skip made big skips, she felt safe, knowing that Step would catch her if she fell. Together, Step and Skip made beautiful music, both by doing what they loved. The end. So that is When Step Met Skip, and at the end they talked about working together and stepping and skipping together to make beautiful harmony. So there are two musical terms. There's harmony and melody. So melody is like the main theme that you hear in the song. So if it was Mary Had a Little Lamb, it would sound like. That's the melody. The harmony is when you play multiple notes at the same time and it makes a beautiful sound. That is melody. And so whenever Step steps up a little bit and Skip skips at the same time, it can make different harmonies from the melody. So I hope you enjoyed the book, When Step Met Skip, and I hope you learned a little something about intervals, stepping and skipping, and harmony and melody. Bye, guys.